Hello everyone, it's Jenny here. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd bring to you today a how-to. I've made these little pockets. They're so cute, they're super easy, and I thought I'd share the process with you. Have a sip of my coffee. Now I guess you can do these envelopes really any size you want, depending on the size of your paper and the size of your journal pages. The only thing is the paper needs to be square. I'm just using this because it's already square. I don't need to cut it and make sure that it's all straight and what have you. So this is yeah, 6 by 6 scrapbooking mixed pack. There's all sorts of bits in here. Usually you get them and there's three designs each, and there's usually, I don't know, about 6 designs or something in a pack. So that's what I'm using. But for the inside part of the envelope, if your paper's not double-sided, which mine isn't, you're going to need some scrap papers that will contrast your outsides. So, and whatever you want to use as glue. I'm using fabric glue just because I don't have a glue gun and I'd like everything to be done quickly. So I could probably get away with tacky glue, but tacky glue takes just a little bit longer to dry. And I find with 200 GSM, which this is, glue sticks aren't strong enough. So and even to glue paper onto these are they've got a smooth but matte sort of finish. I don't find the glue sticks adhere anything too easily to it. You know, you have to use quite a bit. So and as I use quite a bit on other things, I just go through a huge amount. I go through a lot of glue, no matter what glue it is. So anyway, enough of that. Down to making it. So I'm just going to take a piece. I find that it's better to have your favoured side face down, and then I think that's the way. Yeah. Opposite corners meeting to form a large triangle, so your square is folded in half. And I need my bone folder. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I found my bone folder, and I should have said I could have just used the handle of my scissors, but never mind. And quickly, before I go any further too, well, I can say while I'm folding this, if you don't have any 6x4 paper, you can use any paper. You can use music sheet, book sheet, book page. You can have them plain. You can glue some napkin over them, just so long as they are square. So and then just we need to find the middle here, so I'm just going to fold it over kind of and meet these 2 points together and just pinch in that middle. Right, and to that point we fold this corner down to the bottom of our triangle, like so, and fold. And then just push that back up for a moment. And now these 2 points we need to fold up at an angle to just under the fold line and just over by a fraction the middle ground down here, which you should be able to see. It's just not even a millimeter, it's just such a fraction over, but this is touching that fold but still being able to fold it back, and just push that down like so, and do that to the other side, up on an angle, to the middle, and push it down. I can't remember the name of the place I saw this, but it was on Instagram. I will look it up before I post the video, and when I do the description I'll link or put the name of the Instagram account where I saw this. Alright, so that's essentially what it will look like. There is a pocket in there, and this section you could get something small in there. So I'm going to make a bunch of these and we will glue them now. So this is just put along this edge when my glue decides it's going to dribble out. Okay, come on. There we go. Just on the very edge. Like so, and just glue that down there. If you can not be all fingers and thumbs like me, you can do the other side while you hold this one down. Like so. The fabric glue is almost instant setting, so okay. Right, now for this part I've just been using book page or any contrasting papers that I've got, scrap. I'm not cutting into other papers really. I'm just looking for, oops, okay. I'm just using scrap papers. So I will just reach over here, see what I've got left over, just so long as it's big enough to put on here. Will this one fit there? Yep. I will have enough. So for this one, you just open it up a little bit and just getting the right size, just tuck it in. Okay. I like to just tuck it in and then along near enough the top edge of this section, I'm going to put some glue. I'm not putting it too far down because I don't want it to ooze out into the inside. Because I don't want to glue it shut on the inside. All right, and then I'm folding it over. And I will put glue around the absolute edge, oops, of this white space. Across the top edge and a bit in the middle. And then let's squish it, make it all come out to the edge so that it's not going to lift, because we don't want it lifting off the flat. All right, and then just fold this back a little bit so that it's not in your way while you're trimming, like so. Oops, it's not quite. I'm wearing glasses and I still can't see. I'm almost seeing double here, trying to focus. There we go. No, got a little bit down here. Just trying to get in. There we are. Right. Refold that back. Like that. And then I've got this piece of scrap which will, at a pinch, just fit in there perfectly. So for that, I just open my envelope pocket thingy up and again just glue around the edge part. First, and then just to the inside, because that's as far as my paper is going to reach, and then a bit in the middle. And then just push it down in as far as you can. You don't want that glue to ooze out anywhere. If you need to, just flip it over and smooth it to the edges. And then just trim that off. Like that. It's finished. Okay, so So what I did for the two that were glued, you can do this and put ribbon on if you want. It's not really a problem. Just glue along the top edge here. And just a little bit to the side. You don't want it coming down too far. So about 1 inch of glue is all you need on each side. And then fold that in. And then just quickly wipe off any excess before it starts drying, because you don't want any shiny bits. Alright, so that'll hold the flap down in place without lifting too much, but you can still get something inside there. If you wanted to, I mean, it's not necessary, but there you go, you have a pocket there. The other thing too is when folding these, I will show you on the next one. We've got that one, so we'll do this one now. Is to the corner to corner. Find the middle ground there. Oops. And just roll that back to that point. And then roll these sides up. So my middle is there. And my flap is there. And now this one. Okay, so what I was going to show you before was this section here is open, so you could stick some tiny tickets or something in there and then hide them by putting the flap down. I'm not worrying about that, I'm just gluing it. I'm happy with a tiny little tuck spot under here. So that's what I'm going with. So and then we'll just glue here. These would make great little pocket thingies for Happy Mail. Would like to send some Happy Mail to someone, or if you just want to send Happy Mail just because you want to, that's always nice. They can be glued to a page, or paper clipped to a page. Right. Now, before gluing this down, I find that it's easier to do this part before doing that, so that you've got something to cut around. Just makes it much easier to cut your excess off. That's all. All right, so I am going to use sorry, I had to sneeze. I couldn't stop it. Oh goodness. I've got some bits here. I'm going to use these bits. Right. Oops. Why don't come out? Oh, goodness. Okay, now try and get that piece back in exactly where I want it. Okay. I hope everyone's had a good few days since I've last put up my video, and if you've seen the last one, hope you've got some crafting done, or so caught up on things that you needed to catch up on. Okay. I'll just get rid of this tails. Okay. See, they are so easy and really quite sweet little pockets. And just the construction of them doesn't take very long at all, and they're not very big, so even if you wanted to embellish them, there's not a huge amount to embellish, so they wouldn't take long for you to have a finished piece, you know. There you go. There's another one done. So I'll just glue that, and I think I might just put the inch of glue there and some glue across the top there, and an inch of glue there. I think that's really all it's going to need. Yeah. Alright, so that's 2. What else have we got? Oh, this is pretty. Use this one. It's a bit too pink for the Cosmos, but never mind. My scraps are getting in the way. All right, green folder. Okay, so I just wanted to try and quickly talk about an issue that has arisen for me. During the course of this journal, I have had a few difficulties with getting it together, and just construction wise I've done things bit back to front, and that has proved to be a bit of a problem for me, and at the time I couldn't see how to work my way out of those problems that I was creating for myself. And I got really disheartened because, like, I mean, I haven't made a huge amount of journals, but I have made several now. And I'll do it this way. Yeah, so I just found that problem solving was, I virtually couldn't problem solve, and I was so annoyed with myself, and I had to put the journal down and leave it for, I left it for about 2 days, and I actually didn't even come into the craft room. I did talk about this in the last video that I did, which I did post, but now I have since taken down, which is a part of this talk. And yeah, I just got quite disheartened with the whole thing, and I started this silly self-talk of I'm not a junk journal artist, mixed media artist, not in this sense anyway, because it's just something so simple that I can't even figure out. And I just needed to really not think about things. And so, yeah, so to get out of the rut, I just went off and did other things for the time being. And just sort of detached myself, I guess, from doing any sort of craft, because I was feeling quite useless, and you know, all that negative bad stuff that we shouldn't really do to ourselves, that we do to ourselves. And I just went off and did normal house stuff. I went out for a while, caught up with friends, didn't talk anything about the journals or anything like that. Friends were asking me how things were going and stuff, but I tried to brush the topic off as quickly as I could, because I just didn't want to talk about it. And when I came back, I just tackled one thing at a time. Didn't worry too much about how much time I was spending on it to try and figure things out. And I was slowly making some headway, and then was able to work out what it was that needed doing and how to fix it. And one of those issues was the closure, which I'll talk about when I do the flip through. The other issue was the edges of envelopes that I had damaged while putting my closure in. That was an issue. And another issue was, I haven't fixed this one yet, but I have decided on which is the best way to go. It was a mixed media page I did that I had stitched into the journal upside down, and now I can't remove it without compromising the signature. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just protect the pages and redo that mixed media page or pages. That's not a problem, but at the time it was a huge problem for me, because I should have thought of these things. And yeah, so I went through all that bad self-talk, and by the time I had finished fixing things, I was actually feeling a whole lot better with myself, and thought, well, see, you know, all is not lost. Well, I actually did a video on that particular topic and talked about the mistakes I had made, how I had made them, and then how I had fixed them. And I was also doing something in the journal as part of the video. And I got a comment to say that, and I knew that the video had taken too long. I was quite well aware of that, which I didn't like, but I had things to say that I thought would be useful for other junk journalers, especially newbies who come to the scene and find certain things a challenge and get disheartened rather quickly. And I guess that's who I was really directing it to. But I mean, even a seasoned junk journaler can find themselves in a rut, or, you know, in similar situations. And so, you know, I didn't think that it was really directed at any one type of people. So but in the course of talking about this journal, it took quite a while to do that talk. And the comment was that yes, it was an hour too long, and all I want to know when I come to a video is how to do something and not how to hide mistakes that I've made. And I kind of was a bit put off about that, because I thought clearly the person is missing the point here. That if you really think about it, she was learning, or he or she was learning something from that video, because I was actually showing a mistake and how you can fix it. He or she wanted to learn not how to make mistakes, learn how to make things without error. Well, I don't know how many of you people can make every single thing without error. I kind of think that I would love to have perfection every time I make something. I would really dearly love to have perfection every time I make something. But that's not always possible. And then to top it all up, so then I was facing imposter syndrome and in a rut once again, because I thought, well, okay, so my videos are crap, and I'm not showing anything that's worthwhile, and that's it. Obviously YouTube is not for me, and I'm only new at this, so trying to keep my videos under an hour is a challenge for me, and I do try, but I guess it's only practice, you know, like I need to practice how to do that. It's just, yeah. And like everything, things don't come automatic to us. So, you know, I don't know if anyone suffers from imposter syndrome and then finds themselves in these ruts or loses your mojo, however you want to word it. But, you know, try not to doubt your abilities, because the minute you start doubting your abilities is the minute that you should just give up on everything. You know? And, you know, I know for YouTube you need to be thick-skinned. I do understand that. I have heard people say that before, and I am quite well aware of that. It's just that I was already going through such a tough time, then to have someone comment in that way, it just like, yeah, okay. I mean, what I'm trying to say is if you have a comment to leave for me, please make it constructive. Positive criticism is greatly received. It's positive criticism is appreciated. I will use that. I will take it on board, and I would hope that, you know, being constructive comments would be useful for people who may read comments. And I know there are people that do read other people's comments. So, you know, I would want my comments to be, if they're going to be about my work, to be constructive, so that other people can learn from that comment as well. So anyway, end of that. How to get out of being in a rut. Oh, I just better check the time. Oh, I need to keep an eye. 37 minutes, nearly 38, nearly 40 minutes. So we'll make this the last one. And I'm just going to decorate these so that you can see them perhaps decorated up a little bit. All right, we'll do this one here. All right, I'm going to use a bit of this lace. How to get out of a rut? Well, you can just put down whatever it is that has put you there in the first place, and pick up some, you know, pick up masterboard stuff, pick up all your scrap papers, and you know, make a masterboard. If you've never made one before, it's just collage. Masterboards are easy enough to make, and it still keeps your creative skills churning. So masterboards are great. If you have an art journal on the go, just get in and do some of your art journal. If you feel that you need to just walk away altogether, then do that. Go off and do other things. Read a book, go to the beach, go visit people you haven't seen for a while, go shopping, go op shopping. You can, you know, there's things for the journals that you can make that are fairly simple, like really basic pockets. You can get a stash of those going. You can paint background pages, or like journal pages. Just get some paint and paint over them in kind of a mixed media sort of way, or use your inks, ink pads, do some stamping on some pages. You could use your spray inks if you've got spray inks. I wish I had some spray inks. I don't actually have any. I might put this on here. Oh, look at that. There's, you know, numerous things that you can do, and there's lots of videos. Actually, if you go to on YouTube, Joey DeFee, she did a video on when you lose your mojo. So you could go look at hers. She actually went right into some different strategies. Sometimes it takes us a while to come back out of that way of thinking, and other times it doesn't take much at all. So it's hard to say until you're actually going through it how it's going to affect you. All right, we'll just put that there. So that's two kind of done. You can add flowers to it or a butterfly. Maybe I'll do that. Put a butterfly on one. Just tease this out a little bit, make it a bit scruffier. Without pulling it totally apart. I find that coming back to the task at hand, once I've lost my mojo and think that my abilities are useless and pointless, that coming back with and doing things, just like little things, just doing things slowly, with no real expectations on myself, I find that easier. Just trim some of this excess off. Right. Yeah, so just, you know, little tasks. Don't take on a huge task like think that you've got to get one whole section of a junk journal finished or something like that. Just come back and do things rather slowly. Would really like a contrast on there. That's why pockets and just a little bit of painting here and there is, you know, is always a really cool option. Because they're useful things. It's constructive time that you're spending, and they're not too taxing on the grey matter. Yeah, to make up some little notebooks or something like that. Rearrange your craft space. Actually, that's something I should be doing. So okay. Doing something like these is always quite good because they are simple to make. And I'll quickly do a corner tuck just to show you how quick they are to make. Oh, come here. Right. Oh, I haven't got much of this left that I think is pocket material. It's more journal card material. We'll use this. So just tear off a corner. Which I'm not doing very well. Here we go. Tear off a corner. you can use scissors and have a straight cut corner if you want. It's personal preference. I always ink mine as well. I'm only going to make one of these. These are so simple. And the video is about ready to be finished. So, right, so you've got one. And I'm going to do a second little one. Which I might use the other side of that paper, which has got like little rocks. So needs to be smaller, so I'm just going to trim down part of that side and there, and take off a fair amount there. So that creates another little tuck spot. So even doing something like this, it's still creative. You still got to blend papers together and you know, make them look pretty if you can. Yeah. Just put glue around those edges and glue it into place. There we go. Done. Have I got any braid or something I can put on here? Orange. Well, the orange one I think might look nice. I bought a load of different braids. I love these. Look, like little flowers. Oh, that would look right. Alright, so I'm gonna just go around the edge of top edge of this. Like so. Hopefully I've got enough glue on there. Done. Alright, so I've made 3 of these pockets and one of those to go with the other ones I've already showed you. I might just quickly put some bling on that. Oops. There you go. Done. So there we go. Let's go with all my others. My tuck spots. So thank you for popping along to my video, and I hope that my little pocket has been something that you've enjoyed watching how to make, and that you go off and make some, and have fun with whatever you're doing. Take time for you, and stay well, and I'll see you next time. Bye.